How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of FTB Infinity Evolved here in Minecraft. Hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. If you guys have, make sure you guys leave a like on today's video. If you haven't already, consider subscribing as it really does help out the channel. And there we go. So, in the last episode, kind of near the end, we went ahead and we finished up making the Horn of the Wild. And then in between episodes, I finished off making a Tier 8 Mysterious Magnet. So, effectively, what we can do now, and in case you missed what we need to do for each of these, you need a crap ton of these dimensional singularities, and there's zombies. Ow. Go away. Go away. Bad. No, get back here. Bad. Go away. Anyway, um, and so you need a lot of the singularities. You need a lot, which require a lot of gold, ender eyes, quartz, and endstones. Not too bad in terms of materials. Honestly, I feel like the hardest part was getting all the quartz, just because it takes 2 blocks per one, and you need I think it worked out to close to like 256 singularities. I'm not sure on the exact number, but it was a lot. Then you also are going to need tons of blocks of redstone and then tons of diamonds as well. But redstone, we had, I think, like 18,000, and then we had quite a few diamonds. And then, so if you don't know what the horn does, basically, if you have a bunch of grass like this, you can blow it, and it does that. And then the magnet basically pulls everything towards you. Now, one thing to note, ow, go away, little zombie, is the magnet. Yes, it is good, and it has quite a big range. However, it bugs out a little bit if there's a lot of items, and it doesn't really know how to put them in your inventory, even if you have space. I also worked on getting more of the range extenders, or expansion cards. What are these things called? For our wireless boosters, for wireless access points. Now we have it at a range of 197 meters. It does use quite a lot of RF, but for us right now, that's not too bad. We still have a good supply of it. So I think in today's episode, I'm going to work on trying to get the mandrakes. So I learned a couple things about this setup. So you do apparently need to have um, crop sticks on this, and you also need to have crop sticks on the middle part as well, so like that, for a chance to get it to mutate. Now, under normal circumstances, yes, we should be able to just wait here, but there's an item called a watering can. I remember vaguely using it. Might not be that one, that's the decoration. These from extra utilities. Let's see, is there a recipe? Yes. We should be able to make that. Let's head over to the thing. The only thing yeah, we should be able to make it from here, right? Broken. Oh yeah. What's this one? Reinforced. So with watering you have an early game. Oh yeah, well it doesn't really have a recipe. Oh, let's see. So we're missing seeds? Oh geez. Do I need specific seeds? We need beet, corn, and kiwi. Bone meal in a bowl. Let's make a bowl. And then do we have bone? We do have bone. So let's do, yeah, so we're just missing those 3 ingredients. So let's go see if we can, if we have any. So that we had a bunch in a chest. We do have a bunch of things, but we don't have that. Okay. Strawberries. Let's see. Let's see if the seeds got put in here. Because I know sometimes the seeds might not stack right, so they might get thrown. Okra. Cantaloupe. Bell pepper. Okay, I'm not seeing what we need, so we might not be able to make the watering can right now. I'm gonna actually see if it works with other seeds. So let's just make 3 seeds. It might not, but it might be one of those recipes that it does. It doesn't say it. So let's see if we can use other seeds in place. No, so it does look like it's going to have to be those seeds. Okay. Is there a guaranteed way? Oh yeah, of course, we can just, crop mutate it. Hmm. Alright, so I need to find beet, corn, and kiwi. Well, I don't think it's going to be easily obtainable, unfortunately. I don't think that's going to be, because, the whole point is us trying to get it to mutate. I don't know how the cows keep escaping. They shouldn't be able to. I don't know. Hey, what do we get? Is it literally just seeds? Do we have to let it grow for it to mutate into a thing, or... It looks like it does break the crop sticks. Okay. So let's see. Alright, well that's a shame. We don't have any more crop sticks. Let's throw the seeds in there. We need to make crop sticks just so we can make a bunch on supply. Oh, just sticks. Let's make a stack, just so we have them. Alright, well then if we can't get these to mutate, because we don't have the watering bucket, or the watering can, I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is, I think let's start looking at bees then, and kind of getting that started instead. So, in order to do bees, there's 2 tiers to the hives, right? Or, well, I guess you could say there's 3, but really tier 0 is the, like, spawned in hives. I think we actually still have one. Yeah, this. So, like, this is a kind of like a raw hive, or a tier 0 hive. These are what spawn in the world, and these are how you get bees. Now, technically, you can use a quarry like I've been using, and it breaks the hives, and you get the bees. You can also break them with a scoop, and if you attack it, they start stinging you, so you're going to want to make sure you have I believe a smoker, and it basically makes it so that they don't attack you when you start to mine their thing. We do have a couple bees, and you need a drone, and you need a queen, or a princess, to basically make more bees. As for the other 2 tiers of hives, so you have what is, I believe, called an apiary, which is a single block, so it's similar to the single hive, and then I believe you have a larger structure, which I can't. An alveary? Is that what it is? Magic apiary. I'm guessing that's for magic bees. Yeah, it looks like we do have magic bees. Oh, well. Yeah, that's the name right there and applies. And then, let's see, there should be... let's see, API. There's a... God damn it, I had this trouble last time too. I should have wrote this down. There it is. It is an API. Okay, so we do need the impregnated casings. So that's why we were working on the horned housing, or the horn of the wild, to get a bunch of seeds, so that way we can make seed oil. So how many seeds did we actually end up getting? Quite a lot of potato seeds. Let's do a stack of those, stack of those. Alright. And so then basically what you do is you just chuck these in here, and thankfully you can chuck 9 stacks at a time, and then it will go 1 stack at a time, and then slowly squeeze it out. We do need 250 seed oil per impregnated case, and then that obviously that goes in the carpenter. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually go get more seeds. Maybe we'll get the 3 seeds we need for a watering can. We'll see, but I'm just gonna try to get a bunch of seeds for this, and then I will be right back. And we're back. So I went ahead and gathered ourselves up a bunch more seeds. I threw them in the carpenter. So now it's time to make some frames. Well, before we get to the frame part, we do need to make ourselves, and we'll grab that much wood. We need to make some casings. So in order to make those, we just throw it like that. That should make us, we only have enough for 8. Right? Yeah, 4 and 4. So 8, and then, so we're gonna need a stack of wood. So it's gonna go ahead and make some impregnated casings, and then I filled this up full of seeds. Then it's just going to town. Oh, I don't know if it's gonna be able to turn the carrot seeds and everything else. Might only be able to turn regular seeds. Let's see. No, it is able to turn the other ones. It must just turn whatever is highest. 60. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it prioritizes the Minecraft seeds. Right. So we're gonna let that go, and then let's go ahead and get everything else made up that we're gonna need. We're gonna need a bunch of planks. And then a bunch of those. Okay. And then, you know what? I'm going to need some servos and item ducts. I always forget that I can't just type. Let's just go ahead and make the basic ones. I don't really think we're going to need. How much invar do we have? Enough for 16, that's fine. And then I need item ducts for these. Item ducts. Just that way we can have it be just a little bit hands off. I'll make 60 of those. That should be plenty. And then just make, yeah, just make me a stack of chests. That's fine. Cool. Alright. So our 8 frames are done. Can we make any more? Not quite. Okay. So now let's go ahead and go in here. Go like that. Plank. Sure, we'll just use birch. And then I think it's slabs, right? Cool. And then let's do. Oh, it's not gonna pull bees. Alright, so let's grab the Valiant, the Attuned. So there's something to note about the bees. So there's a lot of crossbreeding that you're gonna want to try to do in order to get what you want. And so, for instance, notice how on so even though these 3 attuned bees are all attuned, well, look at the bottom part. You have ignoble and pristine, and then an unknown genome, right? So we don't really know what this bee could produce, right? We have kind of an idea of what it will produce, but we don't really know what it will produce. Also, another thing to note is each bee, for instance, it requires a particular environment to be in, right? And so if we got like a winter bee, it's going to want like snowy and cold. Whereas like a rocky bee is not going to really want snow. Some bees can tolerate more things, and I believe those are some traits we can breed into them so that they can kind of go into kind of a wider area of environments. So at first, you don't really have great bees, so you do have to do a lot of kind of crossbreeding, if you will. And so there is a lot of charts online to try to figure out like the combinations and like, oh, this combines with this to make this, or this trait is what you want. And so there's a lot of breeding that goes on with these. There's also what are called drones. And so these are basically your workers that you get. And so notice we have some attuned ones. So the drones stack, whereas the other where princesses don't, which is kind of, problematic, as one might expect. And so if we're trying to get a particular bee, you do have to combine them with one and another, right? So if we have a valiant bee, we could say combine it with a steadfast bee, which we don't have. No, we don't have any steadfast bees. And then that would make, I believe, a heroic bee. Or, yeah, I believe that's a heroic bee. And then if we say wanted to, I don't know, mix the attuned bee with something, we'd either have to mix it with, I believe a cultivated bee is the only thing it mixes with. So you can, I believe, technically put here, let's actually go up top and I'll show you. I believe we can put the bees in the hive even if they don't mix properly, right? I don't know, let's do something like this. So like I can mix the attuned bee and then say like a rocky bee. Like I can put these bees in here, right? And see how, so they're going through. Now it's going to tell us, hey, it's not daytime. The bees can only work during daytime. Hey, there's no flowers. And it's going to tell us, hey, there's no flowers. And it tells us, hey, use a beealyzer to learn what they like, right? Because they might not like what is here. And thankfully, this does tell you like what the humidity and temperature are. Also tells you a little bit of fun fact, and also tells you who the owner is. And then tells you not bright enough. Trouble navigating in the dark. So these bees will not work at night. I believe we can eventually get bees that will work at night, but these ones do not want to work at night. So we need a beealyzer. So let's figure out how to make one of those. Beelizer. Oh, that's not bad. So some glass panes, tin, redstone, diamond, carpenter, and water. All right, well, let's go. Let's actually take our bees. Let's go find out. Notice it did consume a drone, so there's a rocky drone kind of locked and loaded in that apiary. So once we throw a queen in, or a princess, it's gonna make what we need. Alright, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. So we need 4 tin, 2 redstone, some planes. Oh yeah. So let's grab plane. Maybe just 1 P? Or pane. Yeah. I don't know if it will let us use those. Do we just have regular glass? We do not have any glass. Do we have any sand? Yeah, we have a little bit of sand. Let's go ahead and get that smelting. So let's go ahead and get 2 redstone, 1 diamond, and then it was tin. I think it was just tin ingots. Alright, and then we need 2,000 water. Alright, let's go grab that from over here. Well, over here. It looks like we haven't quite been able to crossbreed for the mandrake. I'll definitely probably do a lot more than just like 1, so it's, you know, slightly better odds than just waiting around for potential failure. Alright, we need 2 more glass, so that way we can go ahead and get ourselves planes, get the beelizer. The bees are really nice because you can actually use these to get some resources that are either really hard to get normally, or just, I don't know, they're an interesting way of doing some things. Oh, glass doesn't go in there. Nope. And then boop, 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 like so. And then diamond. There we go. Alright, so it's going to make ourselves a beelizer. Let's see, did we get any more? We did. Awesome. So we'll get plenty of apiaries in no time. We are going to eventually want to upgrade to the aviary, which is the larger one. I believe it's called the aviary. It's probably, I don't know. It's a 3x3 structure. Pretty sure that's what it's called. Alright, so now we have a beelizer. So effectively in this, we supply a bee and provide honey or honeydew as a pacifier. So for instance, if I chucked a Valiant Princess here, right? Honey required. This gadget requires honey. So think of it as a like a fuel. I don't know if we have any on us. Does not look like we have any. All right. So then what we do is in the event that, oh no, we don't have, we can't analyze it. We don't know what they want. So what we do instead is, so because we know they want flowers, let's go get some bone meal and go do this. All right. So if I chuck I don't know, let's chuck that princess in there. So I was gonna say no flowers. Hive members are having a hard time finding flowers, right? So we don't know what flowers they want. Now, because it's using a rocky drone, oh, it must have done its check. Awesome. So now what you have here is you have 6 spots, which are, or 7 spots, which are going to be your output. And then you have 3 spots here. These are where you put frames. And so there's different frames that will do different things. So you have chocolate frames, resistant frames, soul frames, healing frames, Nova frames, right? Impregnated, proven, that's not part of it. And these are some of the magic ones, I believe, for the magic hives. And so basically, each one of these does a particular job. So some of them, I believe, make the bees live really long. I think one of them makes the bees don't live for very long. So if you're trying to just crossbreed and you just want to go through a bunch of these cycles to try to get the traits you want, I think it might be the chocolate frame. And then you basically just run through a bunch of bees. And then I think the impregnated frame helps with getting more bees. So like you want to use the impregnated frame. So once you have the bee you want and you want to multiply them, I believe you use the impregnated frame, and I believe there's some other components we need. Yeah, so the frame housing requires alveary stuff. Yeah, so there's a bunch of blocks there we're going to want. And then so this bar is going to slowly tick all the way down, and then we're going to get our product. But let's go ahead and go make a scoop. So that way we can scoop the one hive that's in here. I don't think we get any of the honeycomb. Actually, don't know if we have any inside. Oh, we have some. We have some mundane combs. And so you're going to get combs as you process your bees. And so normally, well, not necessarily the carpenter, but there's a device. Let's see. Do I remember what it is? I think it's a centrifuge. I think it's this. We need more bronze. Crud. Let's grab... Right, let's grab this one. Let's get some gears made. So basically what the centrifuge does is it allows us... I'm pretty sure it's a centrifuge. It allows us to get... Let's break that just so we don't use the bronze. Oh, so much iron. It basically takes the comb and it splits it into its pieces. So we get, I believe, some wax, some honey, and I don't think these give us anything other than wax and honey, but then there's other combs that will give us a little piece of whether it's an ore or whatever type of comb it is. All right, so while that's making or resmelting the bronze, let's see what I need for the scoop. We can make the scoop MX200 turbo. Oh geez, we need an infinity comb. Yeah, let's just make a regular scoop. So I don't know if we actually have blocks of wool. We do not. Do we have string? Do we have cotton? We don't have cotton. I know we don't have cattails. Do we have... We do have string. Okay. Figured we would have had the string. Alright, let's go like that. Awesome. So now, if we mine it, bam, we get ourselves some bees. And sometimes they do have a chance of dropping combs. So it is nice to be able to go bee scooping. That's, I guess, a way of thinking about it. Alright, let's go see if those bees have finished. If not, I'll put in a cut just that way. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wait for these guys to tick all the way down, and I will be right back. Alright, and we're back. So, we went ahead and we bred those bees. So it looks like we got a common drone, rocky drone, another rocky drone, and then a rocky princess. So each of these would then be analyzed and kind of sent off to do things. So I'm going to actually go ahead and mine this apiary really quick. I probably should have just used my axe, but... Alright. So that we have all these. So kind of what I've done is I've set up a rough, hopefully something that works. So basically it's going to have a princess, have a thing, and then the drones and stuff will get outputted there along with anything else. I'm surprised that actually works with just one flower. They really don't need that many flowers. I'm not sure if having more flowers would help, or if they only need a limited number. But basically, they go through, and then it should output out the back, and then it should go into the first inventory, which should be up. And if it can't, it should go into the chest. In theory. We will see if that works or not. But, okay. So I think that's going to be it for today. I know this episode was a tad bit longer, but I'm excited to get into the bees. I mean, there are definitely other ways to get some of these items that we don't have to do bees, but I want to touch on as many mods in this pack as possible, because, let's be frank, what's the point of playing a mod pack if you only play like 2 of the mods in it? So, you know, even if we are kind of past this stage of bees, I really feel like this is the point where we can kind of invest our time into it, and just kind of play around with it, because I think it's one of those fun mods just to try to get all the different types. Alright, well, with that, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, you guys remember to smash that like button if you haven't already, and consider subscribing as it really does help out the channel. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or any really helpful tips, leave those down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Peace out.